Yes, guys. Good morning to all. I'm here doing another video of Independence Square, a walkthrough video of Bridgetown. I will start from Independence Square. This was once a car park, but it has been in 2007. It was reconfigured from a car park into an open square where persons can sit and enjoy the sights and sounds of the city. We're looking at the waterfront here, the Corinage, the Bridgestone Mall. We can see which was once Julien's Supermarket, and then it was changed to Troy Supermarket, and is now the Bridgestone Mall. In the background, we can see the Central Bank of Barbados. We can see on the opposite side would be this is the former Barbados Revenue Authority building, and this thing on the floor here was once a water fountain, and it was in the shape of the Barbados flag. This is our Bauer here, who is one of our national heroes here in Barbados. That's good. This is Independence Square in Bridgetown. This is also a taxi stand. And this is the water fountain here. And we're looking at the former DaCosta Managed Appliance Store, which is at Pierhead, which later changed to the Massey Stores. And this is the water fountain here at Independence Square. Independence Square water fountain. And we're looking towards the Charles Chamberlain lift bridge. And this is Independence Square taxi stand, and this is the former Modern Living Appliance Store, which is now the National Library Service building. The water fountain here again. You can see the tail end of Pirates Cove, which is a nightclub and also a beach at Lower Bay Street. And this is the former, and this is the Independence Arch here, which was erected in this site in 1987. This is all the Corinage here, best referred to as the waterfront or the wharf. The Independence Arch here. And this is the National Pledge of Barbados, which was written by Mr. Lester Vaughan, who was a teacher at Holy Innocents Primary School in St. Thomas. I think he was the headmaster there. And he was also, and there also was secondary school in St. Thomas, also named after him, the Lester Vaughan Memorial Secondary School, which was established in 1997. He's the guy who wrote the National Pledge of Barbados in 1973. This is the Chamberlain lift bridge here. This bridge used to swing in years gone by. Now it only lifts to let large vessels across the sea. All the Corinage here, best referred to as the wharf. And this is the bridge house here. We will find a number of waterfront restaurants and shops. This bridge was refurbished and reconfigured in between 2005 and 2006 is when the bridge underwent construction, and it is now a lift bridge and is operated by the Barbados Port Authority Inc. And it was once open to vehicular traffic until 1997, when it closed its doors to vehicular traffic, only now operated by pedestrian traffic. Yes, you're looking back at the Chamberlain lift bridge and the Independence Arch and the Inner Basin and the Corinage, and all into Independence Square. You know what Hero Square, best referred to as Trafalgar Square. And this is the Barbados Parliament, which is the third oldest parliament in the Western Hemisphere. It is now undergoing construction. Now we can see the cenotaph here, which is there to commemorate those who fought in World War I and II. Every Remembrance Day, the layer reef there. You can even see the Barbados Revenue Authority building, which is now closed due to environmental issues. This is now the Wickham and Lewis Boardwalk, heading down the Wharf Road. You can see the Nelson, former Nelson column. This is where the Nelson statue once occupied before it was taken down on the 16th of November 2020 and being relocated to Block A at the Garrison Historic Area and UNESCO World Heritage Site. This is all Trafalgar Square here, taxi stand at Trafalgar Square. And this was once, this is no Chefette restaurant. This Chefette restaurant, which was once the Costa Manning's appliance store. It was Manning's showroom first in the 70s and 80s, and then in the 90s it was the Costa Manning's. And then in the late 90s it changed to Total Sport, which used to sell shoes and clothing. And then in 2001 it later became Chefette restaurant. The addition to the fast food chain, Chefette chain, here in Barbados. This sign here says, this plaque was unveiled in August 2009 by David Thompson, who was the Prime Minister of Barbados at the time, and the Honorable Stephen DeCourcy plaque in memory of Parliament. This sign says this plaque was erected at this hallowed site in memory as a tribute to the strength and resilience of those African enslaved persons who were transported across the Atlantic Ocean at or near this site, were sold as slaves to Barbadian slave masters. It is also a tribute in honor and recognition of the efforts of those who fought in the cause of the abolition of the slave trade. So after we were landed, they came to us Africans of all languages. We were conducted immediately to the merchant's yard, where we were all pent up together like so many sheep in a fold, without regard to sex or age. Oloda Equiano, 1789. The life of Oloda Equiano. Yes, guys, this is the Wickham and Lewis Boardwalk, which was placed here around 2000. And this is the Carina share, best referred to as the Wharf. I'm now taking a stroll along the Wickham and Lewis Boardwalk. Wickham is Colonel Wickham, who was I think he was a political analyst or something like that. And T.T. Lewis. And this is the rear end here, and the foreground would be, the front road would be Broad Street, which is the longest street in Bridgetown, and the rear end would be the Wharf Road. So this is all the Wharf Road where I am now, and this is the rear end of the First Caribbean Bank, which was once Barclays Bank. And this is the Farmer's Spirit Barn, where they used to store wines and alcoholic beverages. I think they now showcase local art and craft when it is around Popover time in August. They used to showcase art and craft here, local art and craft. But it was once the Spirit Barn, and this is Liverpool Lane. The right lane will be Liverpool Lane, which takes you back to Lower Broad Street and back to the other taxi stand. And this is the former Immigration Department here, and this is all the marinas here, where small vessels can dock. So this is all the Wharf Road here, right I'm on now. The Wickham and Lewis Boardwalk is situated along the Wharf Road. And this is also where the Jolly Roger cruise ship also dock as well. Let's be looking back up to the Barbados Revenue Authority building and the Old Spirit Barn and the Farmer's Chefette restaurant, and you can see the Prayers Academy of Dance here as well. And this is the lounge restaurant here, and this is the dry dock, and this is all the marinas here, best referred to as the wharf or the waterfront. We are headed towards the site where the Jolly Roger cruise ship offshore docks. And this is the Carlisle House car park. And we're looking at Carlisle House, which was the telephone company when it was cable and wireless. This is where you used to pay the telephone bills and so on. So we are now heading towards the lower end of Bridgetown. And we can see the former mutual building here as well, which later became the Bank of Butterfield, and then it was First Citizens Bank. I think the building is known for right. And this is the space here where the Jolly Roger cruise ship also docks, and other minor cruise ships as well. Small vessels in the water as well. Crossing the street. And this is all the car park. Looking up the Lower Broad Street. And this is all Carlisle House, which was once the telephone company. And it was Bartel. Bartel is just our cable and wireless. Was cable and wireless here in Barbados. Cable and wireless in Barbados was referred to as Bartel, which means Barbados Telecommunication, Barbados External Telecommunications. And this is the form of travel agency, which is going places travel. I've now reached Hinch Street, which is to the lower end of Bridgetown. And this is Carlisle House here. This is taking you down to the Bridgetown Port, the water harbour. Now reach Prince Alfred Street on the side of Kentucky and Chafet restaurant. Anywhere you see a Kentucky restaurant, be sure to see a Kentucky restaurant. Chafet restaurant is exclusive to Barbados. Even though it's not a Barbadian-owned restaurant, it is owned by a Trinidadian national by the name of Asad John Hallu. But he has lots of 14 outlets of Chafet here in Barbados. This is one of them, Chafet, Lower Broad Street. And this is the Kentucky restaurant next door. Now opposite St. George Street. And this is the Lower Broad Street taxi stand here. And this is former mutual building here. This is now St. George. This is now Canary Lane. We will come upon the Things Gospel store. This is the former. This is the Quartz appliance store, and this is the JG's wholesale here. And this is the Quartz appliance store, which was at this location for many years. I think it started here in 1965, and I'm now looking at Jubilee Gardens, which was once Lower Green bus stand for many years until May 20th. Until May 20th, 2003. Buses from this terminal here, which will take you to destinations to the north and west of the island. But it is now a place where vendors ply their trade on a daily basis. Looking back at the Lower Broad Street, we will see United Insurance, and this was the former Giants Health Food Store. And this is all Jubilee Gardens, which was once Lower Green bus stand for many years until May 20th, 2003. This is the St. Mary's Anglican Church here, which was the site of St. Michael's First Church, and it was built in 1825. The sign here says Jubilee Gardens was redeveloped by Barbados Tourism Inc., Barbados Tourism Investment Inc., and were officially opened on the 8th of December 2005 by the Honorable Dame Billy Antoinette Miller, Member of Parliament for the City of Bridgetown, Senior Minister, and Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade. And you can see the old Town Hall building, which is now Barbados Tourism Investment Inc., and the Government Information Service building as well. And this is St. Mary's Church once again, St. Mary's Anglican Church. I have now reached the lower end of the city, so I will now end my video here for the morning. Thanks for watching and have a blessed morning. Thank you.